Dealing with a narcissistic individual can be incredibly challenging, and we can often look for ways to shut them up, especially when we can realise what they are doing. Now, in an interpersonal relationship where you might be alone with someone who lacks empathy and feels entitled to exploit you, it might be best just to play the game until you can get to safety. In a work setting where other people are around, you can use some of these phrases to shut a narcissistic individual down, or sometimes it's best just to sort of say these things in our head and shut them down by not responding, simply walking away, going limited contact or no contact. Standing up to a narcissist's manipulative tactics is challenging to say the least, but having certain respectful phrases that can empower you to control the dialogue, control the conversations for you. Let the narcissist do whatever it is they want to say and do. Protect yourself. These responses are designed to be direct yet calm, helping you to assert your boundaries without fueling further conflicts, because many a narcissist will escalate their games. So when it comes to dealing with a narcissist sort of in a workplace, you might be able to say things like, "I'm not engaging in this conversation." This phrase lets you know, lets those around you know that you're not playing into the games, you're not playing into the tactics. It signals that you're taking control of the situation and you're no longer going to be manipulated. When you're dealing with a narcissist one-on-one, which can potentially put you in danger, it might be best just to sort of remind yourself as a mantra in your head, "I'm not engaging in this conversation. I can see where it's going. I'm not engaging in this conversation." With some narcissists, in order to calm the situation, you can say things like, "I understand that's how you feel." Some, you know who you're dealing with best, this might set them off even worse. Others, it might calm them down. They might then start talking about how bad it is for them. And then you just literally have to sit and listen, but don't take it personally, so that they feel heard until you can get to safety. This response acknowledges their perspective without validating or agreeing to it, helping diffuse their accusations or their emotional ploys, helping diffuse the situation until you can get to safety. You can say things like, "That's your opinion, I have my own." Narcissists often push their views and their feelings as facts without evidence. They literally just argue by lashing out at your character. This simple statement reinforces that you are confident in your stance and you don't need to defend yourself further. Now, with some narcissists, you might need just to have the mantra in your head of, "That's your opinion, it's not mine." Not along with them, get yourself to safety. If you're in a work setting or a family event and they're just coming at you, you can say things like, "Let's try and keep this conversation respectful." When a narcissist begins to criticize you or demean you, this phrase asserts your boundary, holding them accountable in front of others through your tone and approach. However, if you say this in front of them, it can potentially humiliate them, so you don't want to be going home alone with them. "I'll consider what you said." Now, more often than not, if you tell a narcissist you'll consider something, you'll think about something, be prepared that they're going to take it as a given that you've agreed and you've said yes. So have that expectation so you're not taken by surprise. Narcissists often expect instant reactions. By saying you'll consider it, you maintain control over your choices and your responses and avoid those impulsive commitments that are going to negatively impact you. You can say things like, "I'm not comfortable with that." With a narcissistic individual, this is something you're best saying as a mantra to yourself, because if you tell a narcissistic individual you're not comfortable with something, they know this is something that they can push on to try and break down your boundary. Whether they're asking for favours or pushing you into doing something you'd rather not do, to yourself, reminding yourself that I'm not comfortable with that, establishes a clear boundary for you so that you don't do something you later regret. We'll have to agree to disagree. This statement acknowledges a difference of an opinion for you, even if they don't want to. And it can de-escalate a situation. It can potentially get a narcissist to reveal who they are in front of other people, which allows you to disengage without you appearing too argumentative. These responses, whether said directly to a narcissist or just in your own mind to hold on to your boundaries, empower you to stand firm without getting entangled in manipulative tactics, helping you maintain your personal healthy boundaries and protecting your emotional well-being. When it comes to dealing with narcissistic individuals, the best way to deal with them is don't, because they lack the empathy to care, to listen to you. They're only interested in getting their needs met by you.